What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Hope you're all doing well. Let's start this video off, shall we, with this clip where this cyclist has a death wish. There's just no other way to say it. And then we got Jofu, who sent in this video clip, and not only is this just illegal because it's a double yellow, but extremely stupid at the same time. And then poor Victor almost gets a heart attack in this video clip where this SUV crosses solid white, whatever, but then changes lanes last second with no turn signal whatsoever. This is why we pay so much for insurance. I'm just completely baffled by this clip. Again, I've always said that people have zero accountability, and this guy is a prime example of that. Max just makes a simple left turn, and then this guy is on the wrong side of the road, and the worst part is, he gives Max a hard time for this. Like, how dare Max just stay on his side of a road? And then we've got another driver with zero accountability as well. Yasha captures this driver, almost hitting the front end of their vehicle. And Yasha honks at this guy because he's like, well, you almost clipped the front of my vehicle. And this guy is just beyond pissed off, gets out of his car, again, because he's in the wrong, and then ends up hitting the side of Yasha's vehicle before going back into his truck. Like, buddy, why? Why can't you just be like, hey, you know what? Sorry, I screwed up. And then this is one of the craziest road rage situations I have ever seen. It looks like these two cars are just having a hard time getting along, and this guy actually gets out of his car and tries to punch the other driver, which causes this guy to back up into James before speeding off. The driver up ahead of these guys is risking his life just to try and beat up the other guy. Just unbelievable situation here. Some advice for his pickup truck would be, look straight before you look left. This video was originally posted by Daily View Vancouver. Not exactly sure who the original recorder is, but let's just stand in awe at how bad people are at parallel parking. How did this person pass their driving test if they parallel park like this? This is just one of those videos where you basically just scream out, "No," in slow motion. Van City Blogger captures this bizarre crash where the cyclist rams this silver SUV, I guess because the green van is in the bike lane, but I guess it's one of those e-bikes or something because I'm kind of confused how he's going so fast uphill. But God bless this SUV. He still waits for a light to turn green before pursuing this cyclist who, for the record, didn't stop after hitting the SUV. So in my last video, we had a dump truck that basically had a log stuck to his vehicle as he was driving around. This time, this driver in Richmond, he is basically almost getting hit by a train because he just doesn't know where to stop.
Where you going, lady? God, you're stupid. No. You don't get to do that. What are you doing?
Sometimes it seems like pedestrians are just as bad as drivers in Vancouver. Amon films this driver going the wrong way in Richmond, turning left too early, as I always say in my videos, but at least they realize their mistake and try and back up, going the right side of the road this time. Some of you may have seen this car accident in Richmond on social media kind of circulating around, but here's a photo and a video of a first-hand account of this. I guess this driver hit a fire hydrant and just flooded basically the whole block. And it's just interesting to me because, you know, they're painted red, so you'd think they'd avoid them, but nope, this guy just went straight for it. Take a look at this van on the left. They're a model citizen. They give a pedestrian space. They stop for pedestrians crossing a road. This Toyota, on the other hand, is overtaking in a bike lane and then proceeds to block the crosswalk for the next pedestrians. Just don't be like this guy. Joshua captured this glorious instant karma clip. Note the RCMP officer right there, okay? Unfortunately, there's a white SUV up ahead who decides to run a red light. He doesn't notice the RCMP officer there and proceeds right through, and then most likely getting a ticket for this. But what's also kind of bizarre is this white SUV here. I guess the other driver behind him was probably honking for him to go, and this guy gets out and informs him the reason why he has to stop before going through the intersection. Ralph shows off his lightning fast reflexes in this clip like a pro. This SUV clearly just doesn't shoulder check in this video, where he just drives right into Ralph's lanes and Ralph dodges it, and SUV just keeps driving as if nothing happened. This learner driver up ahead learned a painful lesson why staying in the lines is very, very important. Alright, let's look on the bright side, okay? At least this driver didn't hit the pedestrian and the dog, and at least they kind of, sorta came to a stop. So I sped up this video so we're not here all day, but just check out the audacity of this SUV to park here right in front of the parkade so no one can go in or out of a parking lot. Just unbelievable. Dan records this absolutely bizarre situation here where this guy is coming at him with a skateboard. Fortunately, behind Dan, there's actually some cops that end up arresting this guy, but I have so many questions here about what is going on. It's pretty surprising and shocking that people drive around corners like this. Although this driver was not paying attention to the red light, at least they were paying attention enough to dodge the other car before getting in a head-on accident. Tim captures this close call where he almost rear ends this tiny lowered Miata. This guy would have been squished like a bug if Tim smashed into the back of him. I bet you anything Elon Musk was looking out for this Tesla driver so that they didn't get in a head-on accident here. And then talking about audacity, this guy is the definition of audacity. Just absolutely no regard for any other vehicle on the road whatsoever. This is such a head-scratching moment sent in by Lynn. It's like, is this guy lost? Is he just happened to be on the wrong side of the road by accident? I guess we're never going to know, but this is just insane driving here. And then another bizarre head-scratching moment sent in by Billy where this driver is driving on the wrong side of the road, and instead of just pulling over, they just continue on their way. D-Clan M sent in a bunch of clips, starting with this one where the Civic loses their side mirror. They notice they lose their side mirror, yet just speed off, leaving it behind. I guess, side mirrors are just kind of optional, right? And then you got this taxi, again, not shoulder checking whatsoever, plus a turn signal once in a while would be nice, right? And then lastly, we got this Uber driver who, I guess, misses their turn, and D-Clan M kind of says that it looks like they're yelling at their passenger in the back, probably giving them really crappy directions. And then here's some more weirdness where this driver looks like they're going into oncoming traffic just to make a simple left-hand turn. Who knew turning was so difficult for some people? I know I always give BMW drivers a hard time, but let's give Mercedes drivers a hard time, starting with this SUV that cuts CC off in just horrible way. And then a few blocks later, you got the exact same thing happening here with another Mercedes driver. I feel like if this flag person has no regard for their own safety, they probably shouldn't be a flag person at all. So this driver not only cuts in last minute, but then they decide to just make their own lane beside everybody else instead of just merging in as they should. And then last but not least, we got this GoPro video from Cat Crotch showing this crazy theory car accident. I really hope everybody's okay here, but this is again a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to each and every one of you, drive safe out there because you don't want to end up like one of these drivers out here. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, consider hitting the thumbs up button and also subscribe if you haven't already. You can send me videos of a link in the description below. I'll have my Instagram and my email address, so consider following me on Instagram as well if you haven't already. Thanks so much, guys.